Wait forever if you want me to. Saving all the love for you. Wait forever if you want me to. Saving all the love for you. Wait forever if you want me to. Saving all the love for you. Wait forever if you want me to.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another installment of Do-It-Yourself Budget Hot Rodding. In this particular episode of Do-It-Yourself Budget Hot Rodding, we're going to talk about where we're at now with Project Spirit. Now, I would like to show you like where I'm grinding on a fender, but man, that is so hard to turn into an awesome video. I mean, we've done it, but it's really not that exciting. I mean, to me it's not. I mean, it's hard to make doing body work exciting. But in one of the previous videos, we showed how to take, the rusty bolts and fixtures that normally would cost an awful lot to buy replacements, or you'd have to buy the aftermarket. We went ahead and just got through tumbling a few of those pieces. And what we can reuse, we will. Because this is do-it-yourself budget hot rodding. Budget part, if we can reuse it, we will. If we can't, then we go ahead and replace it. But, we've got more pieces now ready to go back on the Project Spirit. So that's kind of cool, right? And that explains the dirtiness on the hands. So beyond that scope, the fact that we have more pieces now ready to return to Project Spirit, we need to talk about the fact that in one of the last episodes, we talked about how we had already replaced one of the front tires, and we talked about how we had to put blocks under the other side, even though we hadn't taken that tire and wheel off. We needed to get that other side up to get it level once again. So we talked about that. Well, where are we at now with that? Have you replaced that tire? Well, I'll let y'all see that clip right here. the other side now on, we've just got to replace the 2 back tires. Kind of exciting. And of course, we have a few other little tweaks to kind of make as the weeks go by. We're doing a little bit more. So really, in all reality, you guys are playing catch up with these update videos. So if you will, okay, when you're seeing it, you're already almost a week or 2 behind us. Okay, there's already more being done. Right now, as the making of this video, we're still making a few minor modifications so we can fit the brand new radiator in and still be able to fit a nice fan in the front. Now, really quick, again, I know there's some of you out there that say, go to an electric fan. And let me tell you why we won't be going to an electric fan. Now, I know some of you are big fans of going to the electric fans for cooling off your vehicle. And then, let me tell you right now, those old fans don't wear out like an electric fan. Over time, electric fans wear out, and it can get kind of pricey. Shoot, let's just face facts. Unless you want a cheap one that isn't going to do the vehicle any good whatsoever, you're better off just going ahead and then spending the money for a more expensive one. The cheaper option is to put an actual fan on the engine that cools it down, does exactly what it was meant to do back in the day, and from there, I mean, it's just cheaper in the long run, guys. I hate to be the one to say it. I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are like, yeah, but this and it. Look, it's cheaper, it works, and in all reality, I mean, that's what came with the car. So, to me, it's the more economical way, and at least I don't have to replace it unless I hit another deer. Alrighty, so back to talking about the tires. I'm sure many of you are already also asking the question, well, why are you going to eventually go to like what some of the other hot rodders are doing, going to, 17s, 18s, and 19 size tires and wheels? And the answer to that is no. Remember, folks, when Project Spirit came out, she was rolling on 14-inch tires and wheels. All we have done is went to the next size up. When you start getting into those bigger wheels like that, there's a handful of problems that come along with it. Number one, the cost. The cost is ridiculous. It's way too much. To me, it's too expensive when you could get 15-inch tires and wheels. And when I talk about the tires part, well, currently with those 15-inchers that we're going with, I'm paying, literally, this is the receipt, $90.53 per tire, okay? And that's a big deal, all right? 15-inch tires and wheels back then made the vehicle handle a lot better. And, I mean, you didn't pay a whole lot of money even back then. Going to those bigger sizes, most of the time on the older cars, if you've ever noticed, as the wheels get bigger, there's a whole lot less rubber. You pay an arm and a leg for these tires that don't have much rubber and air to protect the wheel from getting damaged if you hit a bad pothole or something like that. With the older ones, going with even the 14s, the 15s, and the 16s, there's still just enough, rubber and air to protect your wheel and to protect your vehicle. To me, 15s is more than enough for Project Spirit to do the job that she's going to be doing once again. So, that's where we stand on that. So we're going to be staying with those, even though those wheels aren't staying. We're definitely still going to be staying with the 15-inch tires and wheels. As time goes on, even with just this update, just understand, as time progresses, we will be starting Project Spirit up in it's a future video, but it's not that far off. And when I say we're working up to that point, well, let me show you this clip right here. folks, that's an actual clip of Project Spirit. We're doing an oil change to that original inline six. Now, I already hear some of you in the comments section down below. Look, we're not to that point where we could start talking about engine swaps or even rebuilding the old engine. We're not at that point yet. The main objective right now is to get that old engine started and running so she can move under her own power. And when she can move under her own power, we can then get her into shops, for electrical work and things like that, because I guarantee in the last 3 years, things have fallen apart that we just may not think would fall apart over time. Remember, where she was being stored was kind of out there in the middle of the sticks, so you have rodents that may have gotten in there and caused a lot of damage. Along with that, we may have rubber lines, and God knows what else Princess Starsong's family has done to Project Spirit, and we just haven't found it yet. And again, I want to reiterate, I know when I talked about the damages that Princess Starsong's family had done to Project Spirit, I want to reiterate, I had mentioned that these people claim to be Christians, and this will definitely get its own video at a later date. However, in the meantime, you guys need to understand, as long as they're calling themselves Christians, and the people that say that isn't Christian isn't speaking up and saying it to them, you see where this is going. Okay? This definitely deserves its own in-your-face video. Expect that one when I'm ready to make it. Okay? Just understand, I know it ain't all of you, but as long as you guys are not standing up for what's right, you're just allowing it to happen. All right? So that's where we stand on that. All right? So we have 2 of the tires now in place. We've got an oil change on Project Spirit. Okay? A lot to unpack, even though it doesn't seem like it's a whole lot, but that it is a lot to unpack. Okay? Because we're talking about a 50-year-old engine that's been sitting for the last 3 years, starting up soon for the first time. Okay? Look forward to that video. Alrighty? So, we covered that. We covered a lot in this short video. Well, it's not that short, but you guys get the idea. I don't do I just, short for some of my car videos. Alrighty, so that does bring us to a good stopping point. Again, I want to take a moment also, as the making of this video, currently right now the Prince Magnum channel is sitting at 1,201 of you in the Maverick Nation cheering me on all the way. Thank you guys so much for that, all right? And we've been doing that and getting those big numbers by people like you out there watching this video right now. Those of you in the Maverick Nation who have stood up and said, YouTube, you can take that algorithm, turn it sideways, and shove it. Well, you guys get the general idea. All right? You guys are the ones who are actually making this channel a force to be reckoned with. So, if you want to possibly help a little bit more, get on over to Patreon. $1 a month grants you access to Cinnamon's Discord, and all proceeds go back into the Project Cars. Along with that, get on over to Teespring. We have merchandise of all sizes and shapes. We still have Project Spirit merchandise. So if you want to show your love for the infamous 4-door Maverick that has been, I'm looking forward to start driving her again, and at the rate things are going, and that's going to be a whole lot sooner than later, get over there to Teespring, buy yourself some Project Spirit merchandise directly from Teespring to support the Prince Magnum channel, because all of the proceeds that you guys put in go right back into the cars. Alrighty? That brings us to the spot where I get to remind all of you out there, and this is important, especially this day and age. Get out there and work on a project. Don't care what it is, just do something with yourselves. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for every last one of you out there, if no one out there has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.